Cali. In this episode, I will detail a deadly story involving the Eastside Longos. On November 20th, 2006, a 14-year-old named Giovanni was living with his cousins Michael and Norman, who was 16 and 18 years old. After school that day, Giovanni met.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Trap tapping in 10 and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking this thing here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge, though. You're not finna get nobody's college, though, big dog. Hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe, everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna get into this tap in with this tap in. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. We finna jump into this content, man. Let's get into it. Let's go. The racial war between the Lonogs and the Crips in Long Beach. Get into it.
At a friend house. They left in the nighttime and decided to walk home. They walked down Anaheim Street and began to turn on Gundry Avenue. There were three Mexicans.
Gundry is where it's cracking at, man. I used to hang out on 17th and Gundry, and it used to go up over there.
Across the street, along with two Mexican females. Giovanni heard the dudes call out multiple times, Eastside Longos, and multiple disses to black people, and the disses to two black gangs in Long Beach called the Insane Crips and the Rolling 20 Crips. Long Beach has a lot of gangs in the city. On the black side, they're all known to be Crip gangs, along with polys, and Asians also having their own Crip gangs. The Longos have beef for all of them. The Longos' beef with rival Crip gangs became more than just about gang beef. It led to a lot of racial tension and deadly incidents on both sides, leading to many gang members' death as well as many innocent people. Vonnie and his cousins continued to walk, but they could not continue down Anaheim because their path was blocked by construction site gates, so they decided to turn left onto.
Man, now all that little developing for them apartments and all that kind of stuff can definitely cut off your escape. For those of y'all who don't know, Long Beach is primarily all Crip City. I don't think that there are any Bloods in Long Beach. I think Bloods may live in Long Beach, but I don't think that any Blood gangs have an established territory within the city of Long Beach. So when the Mexicans get into it with the black gangs, it typically turns into a black thing, Mexican thing, because if a black gang member is not available, a black person will suffice.
To Gundry. As they did so did the Mexican man. They ran across the street towards them and started yelling out gang names and disses to black people. They also continued by yelling Eastside Longos. It was around 5 males in all by this time. The Mexican man asked, "Where y'all from?" which Giovanni and his cousins didn't respond. The Mexican man surrounded them as they tried to back away. One of the males approached them and started throwing up again. He also reached for something from his back. Norman pushed Giovanni and Michael back and faced the Longo members who surrounded him.
That's a good big cousin, man, because he probably was the most active in the streets, and he knew that he was probably the intended target. So he's like, man, let me go ahead and get y'all up out of here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with what I gotta deal with.
One of the Longos ran up to Norman and socked him in the head. Norman tried to escape, but he slipped and fell. While Norman was on the ground, the Longos repeatedly kicked and pushed Norman all over his body. Norman curled up and tried to fend off the blows. Giovanni was too afraid to help his cousin. Another one of the Longos approached him, and Giovanni and Michael said they did not bang. They were left alone. Giovanni heard Norman say, "Please don't stab me." There were 4 Longos around Norman at the time. Giovanni didn't see any of the attackers holding a weapon. He saw one of
Man, you better believe you can get poked up. You better believe that.
them making stab motions at the time when Norman was crying out. Norman did not fight back. He was not armed. The Longos then ran away when Giovanni yelled and ran towards them. He saw Norman was bleeding from his mouth, so he ran to the park where a dance was going on and asked for help. Paramedics and police arrived approximately 15 minutes later. Norman had suffered 8 stab wounds, including a fatal stab wound to the left side of his chest that penetrated his lung. Later at trial, Giovanni identified Benjamin and a man named Gerson as the attackers from a photograph lineup. Giovanni also identified Benjamin as the man who stumped on Norman and punched him in the ribs.
Man, Norman didn't deserve none of that. Norman was just out here trying to mind his little business and bust his 1-2 step like Sierra, and Norman got caught up in the sheesh.
He also later identified a man named Spencer. A woman named Salita lived on Hoffman Avenue, a block away from Gundry. That night she was walking home from work along Gundry, and at the intersection of Gundry and Anaheim, she saw 4 or 5 Mexican men, along with 2 females across the street. She had previously seen the group in her neighborhood, which was in her apartment complex. She also had seen the 2 females holding hands with 2 of the Longo members. As Salita walked home, she saw some black males being Giovanni and his cousins walking down Anaheim. The Longos called out their gang and told the black kids they were not supposed to be there. It was their turf. They repeatedly demanded to know what block the kids were from and what neighborhood they rep. Salida stated,
and notice that he says kids. Kids. Not adults, not anything, kids. Right.
that the Longos continued to beat Norman, and afterwards, they ran towards Hoffman Avenue. Slater walked past the Longos during the course of the attack. At no time during the incident did the boys say anything hostile to the Longos. Slater went home, but was too frightened to call the police. The Longos had seen her, and they knew where she lived. She feared that her and her family would be in danger, she told. When the police contacted her at work, she identified Benjamin by name and identified 4 other Longo members through photos. After the incident, Slater saw Benjamin's sister on the bus. She mumbled something to her in a threatening manner and said that she would get Slater. A woman named Eva was the girlfriend of Benjamin at the time of the incident. Benjamin told her he was a member of NKS, a tagger crew, but he later got put on Eastside Longos. His friend Spencer also told her he was a member of the Eastside Longos.
Now, the fact that they are understanding that this is the clique that now has turned Longos and all that kind of stuff, kind of just show you how the Long Beach situation is. The Longos absorb anything in their vicinity. You feel me? I know the 18th Streets, I kind of went out there to do whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm not really sure how that goes. But what I do know is anything around what the Longos have going on, they're going to absorb that. They're going to make that a part of what they have going on.
But later stated that she was afraid to tell because of the consequences, which included the safety of her family. She was also acquainted with 3 other Longo members for some months. She knew one of the Longo members named Gerson and also his girlfriend Nancy. They both lived together. Eva saw the whole stabbing incident. That morning, her, Nancy, and another female visited Spencer. Towards the end of the day, a man named Gilbert and her boyfriend Benjamin joined him. It was dark outside when they all left together to go to a nearby park. They all walked back on Gundry. A young man named Marcos joined them. 3 black boys were walking across the street from them. She heard them say something. At some point, she said she heard someone yell twice, "This is insane Crip." She looked over and saw African American males wearing a red hat with the letter.
Yep, and then there goes the conflict right there.
There's Big Baby on it. Benjamin, Gilbert, Spencer, and Marcos all ran across the street to confront the boys. She said she heard one of them cuss at the boys, and she also heard one of them say, "Eastside Longos." Benjamin, Gilbert, and Spencer started fighting the boys. Eva said she did not see any use of a weapon. Marcos did not take part in the fight. He was standing with Giovanni and Norman, who were both now fighting. Benjamin, Gilbert, and Spencer ran back across the street, leaving the victim on the ground before running back to an apartment complex. A few weeks after the incident, Benjamin told Eva that the victim had died, and whichever one of them was first arrested would take the blame. Benjamin called her from a jail phone.
Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. It sounds like they are putting together the ultimate flu-flammer situation to cover up some larceny.
For his arrest. In the conversation, he told her to say that she was with him at his house at the time of the incident and to arrange an alibi with his sister Andrea. Several of the Longo members were later arrested for this crime. In February 2007, a woman named Quana received a letter in the mail. The envelope indicated it was sent by Gerson and addressed to Nancy off Hoffman Avenue. Quana opened the envelope without looking at the address, thinking it was addressed to her, but it went to the wrong mailbox. Spanish interpreters translated portions of the letter, which Gerson referred to Nancy as a bitch and a whore. He was angry with her because she had disobeyed his request to stay away from every Longo member.
Now, it sounds like, again, they are, putting together an ironclad way to get away with the situation should everybody choose to follow their own part. But it don't seem like they are.
He advised her not to leave her house because if the police got her, it was all on her. Detectives testified that Nancy and Gerson lived in an apartment off Hoffman, close to each other, and also the murder scene. Detectives interviewed Spencer on the day of his arrest. After advising Spencer of his Miranda rights, Spencer waived those rights and agreed to speak to detectives. Initially, Spencer denied any knowledge of Norman's stabbing. In his statements, Spencer admitted to stabbing the victim, but explained he did it in self-defense. He said one of the black males first approached him and yelled out a gang. Spencer said he was from Longos. Then he said the black male group made threats. The main guy apparently he said was...
Man, and there's so many conflicting stories, but when it's a body, The only thing they're gonna see is that body got dropped. And if that body got dropped, they're gonna look at who dropped
Norman. He said Norman ran at him and knocked him to the ground. Spencer said the others began to run at him. At that moment, Spencer fell. He said he found a screwdriver lying on the ground, which he used repeatedly to stab his victim. After listening to a hypothetical set of facts consistent with the prosecution case, detectives said that Norman's stabbing would have been committed to benefit the Eastside Longos. The Eastside Longos had a problem with black gangs for a while, and also just black people in general. The Eastside Longos often committed violent crimes and had a reputation with the gang enhanced by doing so. Gerson called his mother Maria, who testified that her 2 sons lived with her in an apartment off Hoffman Avenue at the time of the incident. Martha was the building manager. Maria arrived at the apartment from work around 4:30 p.m. that day and fell asleep till approximately 8:30 p.m. At that time, Martha unlocked the apartment door for Gerson and his girlfriend Nancy. It was later stated that neither Gerson or Nancy left the apartment that night. On cross-examination, Maria testified she awoke to see Gerson and Nancy. After that, Maria went to Spencer's bedroom and fell asleep till around 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, it sounds like Maria might be that hoe. Maria might be the reason why this all goes bad.
Maria would not have known if they left the apartment or not. Martha testified she was on duty in the evening around the same time of the incident. Gerson and Nancy asked for a key to get to the apartment because his mom did not answer the door. Martha gave Gerson the key and saw him and Nancy go upstairs. It was approximately around 6:30 p.m. around that time. She could see multiple people enter their apartment. Approximately around 8:30 p.m., Gerson returned the key to Martha. She went to sleep around 9:30 or 10 p.m. Gerson testified on the day of the stabbing incident. Nancy stopped by to see him, and he told her they were going to a party that night. However, their ride did not show up, so they went back to Gerson's apartment. It was approximately around 8 p.m. He knocked on the door, but there was no answer. He did not have the apartment key, so he got a key from Martha. He opened the door for himself and Nancy and found his mother asleep. Within approximately 30 minutes, he went downstairs and returned the key to Martha. He said he went back to the apartment and went to bed and slept there until the following day. He said he did not participate in the attack of any black males. While he was in jail, Gerson said he talked with Nancy, but he did not write any letter referencing anything. Nancy also corroborated Gerson's testimony. Marco, who was 15 years old at the time of the incident, was acquainted with Benjamin and Gilbert. Marco testified and was granted immunity. He said he was present at the stabbing scene. He also said he ran away with the group towards Hoffman.
Damn it, man. Giving up all their damn it plans. God, that's all bad.
An audio tape of this interview with the police was played for the jury. He said he was afraid of testifying against the Longos because he feared retribution. A lot of testimony in this case was conflicting, with the Longo side saying the young boys were from Insane Crip and started the incident, which many would say this was false, including several eyewitnesses who said the Longos.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like these dudes were gangbanging. It sounded like they were just some people walking and they got caught up in the flu flame.
Longos were their aggressor, and even some members of the Longo side telling police they started it. As the trial ended, the court sentenced Gilbert and Gerson to 25 years to life, and Benjamin, he was sentenced to 50 years to life. This case happened in 2006, but the Longos,
yeah, so they still in there almost 20 years later.
Beef with black people and black gangs in general still continue, and vice versa. This war left many dead, unfortunately. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and...
Alright, man, we up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free having no entries free. We go. And the kids did have a game this weekend, so here go your weekly highlights from the Twins. Good youth football, good youth football. Trap dad in effect.
You got 87 for 21 with the ball carrier. Ooh, nice strip on. Here we go. Here we go. That's a ball. Number 10.
Sexy bands on my name. How many shots To the center of a freak nigga. 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are rapists. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you want it, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack and slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flock of belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lane, we know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocko, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumb ass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, pause, wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right though, right? Wait though, right? I do want to